be taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time. I'll be taking my time, I'll be taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time. Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back as foolish. Can we talk about it for a while? Before we take a chance and do this, before we looking back as foolish. We got me floating, and I can take it. Taking my time, taking all of your time, taking all of your time.
Hey, trendies and trendsetters and my trendy tribe. Mic check, 1 2 1 2. Let me know if you can hear me. I'm gonna double check before I get into it. I see my peeps. Shoot, I'm competing with phone calls from prison, so I already know this will not take long. But if you are new, if you come across this video way later, I will have a timestamp pinned in the comments for when I start on the topic, so you can skip straight to it. Oh, thank you. You can hear me. Okay. So let me say my hellos. Hey, Joy S. Pick. You missed this one, but you missed the other one, but you're here for this one. Hey, Lady Queen. Hey, big sis Shan. And Shan, let me go ahead and pop the trunk now because I forgot to pop the trunk for you earlier for the super chat.
All right, we going. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside. What a money reside.
The mods in the mod squad. Let's see. Journey to Jasmine is a content creator. Hey, Terry T. Baby Davis. Hey, Professor Demita Anita Baker Joe. Okay, y'all. I'm actually at the bottom right now. Have you heard of Dana Chanel? This is not new because we're gonna. I already have it to the point where she's had to settle, so we're gonna go full picture on this. But as you see in my title, I'm just like, I just feel she's gonna, in my opinion, I don't trust it. I feel like she's gonna go a different route, and I'll show you her background so we can get to the present, and y'all let me know what you think about it. But yeah. Dana is another one. Okay. I got some pictures up of her and her husband. Cute couple, very cute couple, but trifling nonetheless. Yep. Journey to Jasmine, exactly. And that's actually okay. So we're gonna start there because I don't have much on him because he was not mentioned in this particular lawsuit. So we're gonna start there. Just a little bit of an overview. Yes, her husband did own or owned a business called Jumpin' Jack Tax, right? And I got a picture for y'all. Let me get it pulled up here. Let's see here. Take this down. I'll still put my banner up, but they've already, they already had to settle, but I'll still put my banner up. Hey, Josie Bradley. Hey, Tracy Williams. Okay. Let's see here. Take that down. So let's start with hubby because it's going to be short. He's mentioned a little bit in an article we'll look at later, but it's so short right for me because that's not what is this it? Yeah, that's not what it's not the lawsuit I had. So, that's the only reason. All right, so here he is in front of his building, at least at one point in time, and it says jumping jack taxes welcome. It was supposed to be like this turnkey business that he was selling to people, but it really, to me, honestly sounded like another multi-level marketing scheme, pyramid scheme, because it seemed more like you just need to keep adding people to get your actual money, more so than actually just getting people to come take a like a franchise, a built-in tax service, stuff like that. Hey, Color Me Entertain. Hey, Joyce Miles. So that's her husband. He had jumping jack tax. He was accused of taking that from somebody, and I'm gonna get to that article that shows that. But yep, that's the guy. Journey to Jasmine. That's him. Also, they don't mention this, but it needs at least an honorable mention. She also had Curl Bible before she started the businesses that are in the lawsuit. And with Curl Bible, this is her talking about how she got people, vendors, and she's talking big about how the big vendors were begging her to be able to still stay in her site because she supposedly was giving more space to small business owners that had hair care products. So that's first. So y'all will kind of get the gist of her, to me, her personality as we move forward. So here she is talking about Curl Bible.
Through the back door to get the person's attention you really want. And so going ahead without the data and without the experience, going straight to the insurance company would be a stupid idea. I started Curl Bible with putting big branded companies on the site. The Shea Moistures, the Diva Curl. What I did was I reeled in all the small people brands to put their product next to the big brands on a shelf. They would have never been able to make on Walmart. Then I started picking off the big brands. And I made a statement, these small businesses have paid to be on this platform. Now, if you guys don't pay, you guys don't deserve it. And what do you think those big brands did? Excuse me? Curl Bible, what do you mean? You're about to take our product down? You're one of the most successful Black-owned beauty supply stores. What is it going to cost? So do you see how sometimes you're going to take the back way to get people's attention? I asked them. I tried to get exclusive contracts with them to get their product at a cheaper rate, but they dissed me. No one cares about your stupid idea. To them, it's a stupid idea. But I want you to literally two-piece these insurance companies through the doctors for the.
Okay, so let's then go to. There was a post put out. This is all 2019-ish mostly that I have, but because that's when the stuff started building up. Okay, this is 2021, where it says Curl Bible vendors get in here. Okay, so it says, "Peace fam, as a Curl Bible vendor, I wanted to reach out as to whether other Curl Bible vendors have gotten in touch with you about all this nonsense. They're now trying to charge a vendor fee of $3,000, which since having a contract with them since March 2019, I have never been paid. Of course, they can't find the documentation, but I'm curious if others have reached out to y'all to get out of their contracts. I haven't sent products to them in months, by the way, and the reputation to be linked with them is horrible. Just looking for some insight. Thank you for all that you're doing. P.S. I'd like to remain anonymous if you'd like to share this information." They sent this to Scammers Hell, Instagram account called Scammers Hell, just so y'all know. That's who reposted this. Hey, Honey Green. Hey, Z. Hey, Sylvia P. And then they replied and said, yes, others have, but they have all asked to remain anonymous since some are still in active contracts. My advice is, number one, find your documentation. 2, ask them for copies of everything. They will likely say no. Number 3, contact the attorney general and district attorney who are investigating them so that they will open a dispute and force them to produce supporting documents. And most importantly, do not send them any more money. Keep copies of everything and document all conversations. No matter what they say, don't send them any more products either. Also, just be patient. Let's see. Also, just be patient as they have multiple lawsuits happening now and some that will be coming soon from the attorney general and DA's office. You will be able to recoup. The vendor said, thank you. I'm definitely not sending more product nor money at this point. I appreciate your help and will send what I have to the authorities. Hey, Harlan Baker. Hey, Vernita Salter. Okay, so that's what I had on Curl Bible. I didn't have much because, again, this particular lawsuit wasn't about Curl Bible, but I wanted to show she jumped from Curl Bible. Now we about to get into the lawsuit that the DA or the Attorney General did bring against her, and this is Philadelphia based, I believe. So, okay, let's see. I'm trying to make sure I go in the order I really think is the best. Okay, this kind of maybe led up to it getting attention. There was a change.org petition that was started. There were also about 3 or 4 Dana Chanel scammer accounts, like in the sense of trying to alert people she's a scammer. But they don't have posts like that anymore. But her real name is Casey Oliveira, aka Dana Chanel. They had gotten up to 2,884 signatures. They were going for 5,000, but it's okay because the lawsuit did happen. Okay, so now let's see. So I'm gonna let y'all hear her talk some more after we go through. Let's get through some of this lawsuit. So let me take this down and get you a different background here. Okay. But yeah, even on that one when she was talking about her Curl Bible stuff, about putting the big vendors out and helping the small vendors, she had on a sweatshirt that said Christian entrepreneur, just so you know. Okay. Stop. Oops, no, take that down. Okay, so this happened, I believe, around November 2021. This is when the civil action lawsuit came to be. And all right, I'm going to the part where I highlighted because y'all know I tried to keep out anything repetitive. All right, so this is the Commonwealth. Oh, you can't see this. Sorry, y'all. This is the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania by Attorney General Josh Shapiro versus Credit Exterminators Incorporated, Early Finance Company LLC, Alakazam Apps LLC, and Casey Dana Oliveira, aka Dana Chanel. So that's who this lawsuit is against. I think it named a couple more people. Yes, it did. Nakia Rattray. Do you Journey to Jasmine? Do you know who Nakia is? You probably may have seen her if you know about Dana Chanel. And then also Cassandra Oliveira. Oh, that's Casey. I think that's yeah. No, there's a Casey Oliveira, then there's a Cassandra Oliveira. So it's family. It's in the family. All right. All right. So the complaint, it says, and now comes the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania Office of Attorney General by Attorney General Josh Shapiro brings this action pursuant to provisions of the Pennsylvania Unfair Trade Practices and Consumer Protection Law to obtain injunctive relief, civil penalties, restitution, and other equitable relief against defendants. The Consumer Protection Law authorizes the Attorney General to bring an action in the name of the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania to restrain by temporary or permanent injunction unfair methods of competition or unfair or deceptive acts or practices in the conduct of any trade or commerce declared unlawful by the Consumer Protection Law. Let's see here. Hey, Lizzie Wheeler. Okay, I was just seeing if you had heard of them. All right. No problem. I don't really know of them. She's kind of the face. The Commonwealth believes that defendants are using, have used, and or are about to use methods, acts, or practices complained of herein, which are in violation of the Consumer Protection Law. The Commonwealth believes that its citizens and citizens throughout the United States are suffering and will continue to suffer harm unless the acts and practices set forth herein are enjoined. The Commonwealth seeks restitution pursuant to Section 201-4.1 of the Consumer Protection Law. Additionally, the Commonwealth seeks appropriate civil penalties pursuant to Section 201-8B of the Consumer Protection Law for all willful violations of said law and to recover its costs for enforcement of the Consumer Protection Law. In support thereof, the Commonwealth respectfully represents the following. So they established jurisdiction, venue, and all that greatness. I'm going to go down. Okay, so here's the background. Dana Chanel, the alias used by defendant Casey Oliveira, has a wide online following including over 790,000 Instagram users, her own personal website, and a strong presence on other social media platforms. She now has 1.1 million followers on Instagram, just so y'all know. Dana broadcasts to her social media audience multiple inspirational messages per day, emphasizing Christian values and breaking the cycle of intergenerational poverty through entrepreneurship. Dana Chanel also promotes a wide range of products and services to her social media followers. These include the services of Defendant Credit Exterminators, later rebranded as Earn Company, and Alakazam. Both Credit Exterminators and Alakazam are co-owned and operated by Dana Chanel and members of her family. Dana Chanel promoted the services of Credit Exterminators / Earn Company to help consumers improve their personal finances by repairing bad credit. Dana Chanel marketed services. Don't do this, mouse. Dana Chanel marketed services of Alakazam as a way that small business entrepreneurs could obtain a custom smartphone app to help grow their businesses. Sorry, hold on, y'all. This mouse is not. Don't start with me. The Commonwealth has received a number of consumer complaints against the Credit Exterminators and Alakazam. The complaining consumers alleged that they did not receive the goods and services they purchased from these companies, and or that the companies misled consumers about the characteristics of the goods and services they purchased. So, factual summary. Credit Exterminators purports to offer information, guidance, instruction, and sample documents to consumers who wish to improve. I don't know if they meant to say who wish to improve their individual credit reports and credit scores. Upon information and belief, Credit Exterminators rebranded itself as Earn Finance Company during the year 2020. Okay. Let's see. Upon information and belief, defendants Dana Chanel and April Oliveira are the co-owners and only corporate officers of Defendant Credit Exterminators. Upon information and belief, defendants Dana Chanel and April Oliveira are the co-owners and only managing directors of Defendant Earn Company. Credit Exterminators Earn Company marketing. Dana Chanel advertised the services of Credit Exterminators and Earn Company to consumers on her widely followed Instagram feed and through other platforms. Credit Exterminators and or Earn Company have also advertised their services to consumers through their own social media posts. On the social media, Credit Exterminators share information regarding purported customers who have successfully used the company's services to improve their credit scores. One common way for consumers to attempt to raise their credit scores is to obtain copies of credit reports from the 3 major credit reporting agencies, review the reports to identify inaccuracies, then write to notify the credit reporting agencies that the consumers disputes the inaccurate information. Credit Exterminators Company offer consumers 2 options for completing this dispute procedure. I will tell you what, the more and more I see these, the more and more I'm like, I will never, probably most likely try to use a credit repair service. I don't need it. I hope I never need it. In my younger years, I think we just kind of did it on our own, but I'll never, if I ever need it, that's not how I'm gonna do it. Justice, I'm glad I don't know who these people are because I'm pulling up to your doorstep about my coins. Right. Hey, Melissa McCoy. Okay, so it says Earn Company offers a VIP plan for a $300 monthly fee, $20 monthly shipping and handling fee, and $80 one-time setup fee. I'm going to tell you this right now. If I have basically $320 a month, I'm putting that towards the bill I owed in the first place. Not a monthly fee, no. But anyway, it says the company advertises that under this plan, we do it for you. Earn Company advertises that consumers choosing this plan receive 3-month phone call updates and phone call support, a designated account finance specialist, and it says we send out the disputes for you. Right. You can easily repair your own credit. I believe that. Earn Company also offers a do-it-yourself plan for $100 monthly fee, $20 monthly shipping and handling fee, and $80 one-time setup fee. Earn Company advertises that consumers choosing this plan receive customer support via back portal, dispute documentation sent to the customer's home, step-by-step do-it-yourself instructions. Upon information and belief, the back portal refers to a password-protected website where customers can access information and communicate with Credit Exterminators representatives. Upon information and belief, Credit exterminators offered the same or substantially similar services and pricing as those offered by Earn Company. Okay, so those services that were purchased were through DocuSign. They did the forms through DocuSign. And there's nothing wrong with DocuSign, but that's just how they did their stuff. It says Earn Company uses a standard form consumer contract with substantially similar material terms as the credit exterminator contract. Let me see. Hey, Melissa McCoy. Did I already say hey? Are they insane? You can dispute it yourself for free. Josie, she is. And I'm going to play you some more videos of her. Right place, right time. She's persuasive. So there are some people that are, I don't know how to describe it. I don't want to. I'm trying to keep it on her. She be pushing. I don't know how to say it. She got something. That's all I'm gonna say. She got something. And if you're not really ready to look for it, some people might miss it. That's all I'll say. Okay, it says. Okay, I'm going to keep going down because they're going to get into that more. So credit exterminator contract contains no detailed description of the services credit exterminators promises to provide to consumers. It also says credit exterminators Earn Company failed to provide promised services to consumers. On multiple occasions, credit exterminators charged consumers the posted rates for the VIP package, but instructed the consumers to sign a form contract that did not obligate the company to provide phone call support, designate an account representative, send out disputes to credit reporting agencies, or other services advertised as part of the VIP package. Credit Exterminators has represented to consumers that it has submitted disputes on their behalf to credit reporting agencies, only for consumers to later discover that the credit reporting agencies had no record of the submission of these disputes. Credit Exterminators has also represented to consumers that it resolved the consumer's delinquent account with creditors, only for the consumers to later discover that the accounts remain due and owing. The Commonwealth has received consumer complaints against Credit Exterminators. The following is a sample of the consumer's allegations. Before we look at the consumer's allegations, let me let you listen to her and watch her some more so you can see what she be, just get a gist of her. Let's see here. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. Okay. Okay, this one says, beware of family and friends who can pay everyone but you, which is ironic to me for people like this that say that. Okay, here we go.
The number one way for people to respect you is to actually find value in your work and actually put a dollar amount to it.
I respect when somebody say, yo, I don't even have all the money, but this is what I have.
Because then it becomes negotiation, and that's business. I respect it so much more if you go ahead and say, you know what? I definitely don't have that, but I do have this. Is there anything else that I can do to work it out? But the second that someone does not say, I value enough and respect you enough to actually put food on your table and money in your pocket, stay away from them. Because every single time that I'm doing something for free, I'm not masterminding or strategizing how I can do something to get me paid. That's not fair. You would never ask someone to take them from their job and say, hey, can you not go to work and watch my kid today? Bro, I got bills to pay. Like, I can't leave work.
Okay, that's one of her. So y'all, this is what she does. She has a camera on her and she's, talking to somebody. I don't know where the video went, but Fab Socialism had a whole deep dive on Dana Chanel, and she was showing some of them where she was like, I don't even think anybody's in the room with her. I think she's just talking, pretending there's someone there, and she's, lecturing them. There's another one where Dana was embarrassing an employee about having her phone out. It was like she embarrassed her for us, the public, to see. Obviously I don't know where those videos are anymore, but yeah, Fab Socialism, she had done a great deep dive on her. That's how I knew about that jumping jack thing too. Jumping jack taxes and all that. Okay, here's another one. How my business is still growing after 4 years. And this this was August 30th, 2019. Yeah, like Fab Socialism, she be on it.
data of where your customers are coming from. When you're in the startup phase of your business and your customer base is so important, every single person that decides to spend money with you, it came from somewhere. So you have to remember, me personally wanting to talk to someone is, I'm not just saying hello or congrats. I am grateful that you decided to spend money with me.
Okay, I don't know if that music is copyrighted. Let me mute it and I'll try to read what she's saying. So y'all see she already talking about, people's money is, valuable and it didn't come from anywhere. That's what she said. She said, but I also need to know how you found out about me, what made you call, because then that gives me the data enough to see what promotion I'm paying for that's actually working. Business or trends, you have to figure out where it is that you're winning in your trend. A lot of the time, new entrepreneurs, they think they're just shooting their shot. But if you know that you're better at the 3-point line, then shoot from the 3-point line. I guess she said it's where your customer base is from, but you have to make sure that you have data. I'm gonna stop there. But that's how she be talking, and then we're gonna get into the other name. I think they mentioned it in the lawsuit. I'm trying not to mention it until they mention it. But yeah. All right. I think I have one more we'll do. Here's one. Did I already do this one? If you don't make them pay, they won't pay attention.
Mm-hmm. They have absolutely no problem walking into Sprint or T-Mobile with probably $4 in their bank account, subjecting themselves to a contract, adding $23 extra to get the brand new iPhone 10 with no problem. And we can't be afraid, especially as Black people, to charge for our services. People will break their back to pay for the most expensive, but then when it comes to things that like our products and our services, they're not willing to risk it all. Let me ask you a question. How much money have you invested in yourself to be where you are right now? How much money have you spent?
Over
just your entire career, your business, everything. How much money have you dumped into building yourself?
Probably what, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000.
So my question is, when do you start recouping that money?
Nope.
When do you start recouping that money? Girl, the nerve. Not from you ever, apparently. Okay, let's go back to the lawsuit. Let's see here. Oh, and I answered Curl Bible. I answered it in text because I didn't want to interrupt the audio. Again, it's her site where different vendors, mostly, Black women, were sending products in, and she was supposed to store it, and it would go out because her site was where all the traffic was, and people's products weren't being sent out. They were paying her the money. It was horrible. I think even when some of the stuff got shipped out, the product was half open. I think somebody might have said something about some mold. It was ridiculous. Utterly ridiculous. Okay, bring up this lawsuit. All right, so we're getting to the consumer complaints now. Hey, MC Geechee. So consumer A contracted with Earn Company for credit repair services. She paid a deposit of $400, followed by monthly payments of $320 each. These payments are consistent with the prices Earn Company charges for its VIP plan, which includes Earn Company's services in initiating credit disputes on customers' behalf. However, Consumer A signed Earn Company's form contract stating that her payments were for back portal access only. The contract made no mention of any other services Earn Company promised to provide. Earn Company claims that it sent letters to 3 credit reporting agencies disputing items on Consumer A's credit reports. However, after a reasonable period of time, Consumer A contacted the 3 credit reporting agencies. She learned that none of the agencies had records of receiving a dispute submitted on her behalf. Consumer A paid a total of $1,680 to Earn Company. Consumer B signed up for services by paying $1,700 as an initial fee and an additional $150 per month thereafter. Consumer B understood that as part of the service she paid for, credit exterminators would assist her in getting her credit fixed and would resolve delinquent credit accounts on her behalf. Months after retaining credit exterminators, Consumer B received a garnishment of wages letter from one of the creditors that the consumer understood credit exterminators had resolved. She complained to the company but got no refund or other relief. In total, Consumer B paid the company over $2,000. So she paid that company over $2,000. Not only did they not dispute anything, the way she kind of found out it wasn't working is because she started getting her wages garnished. Consumer C, paid a deposit of $1,807, and they believe that their payment included services for credit consulting, coaching, and monitoring of her credit. Consumer C contacted the company to set up these services, but received no response from the company. Credit exterminators denied the consumer's demand for a refund of the amounts paid. She never received the services for which she paid $1,807. Consumers who have contacted the Commonwealth have identified defendant April Oliveira as their primary contact person at Credit Exterminators. The Alakazam app. So, oh, here she goes with her app. Okay, so Alakazam purports to build and host mobile apps for small businesses. Customers of these businesses can download these mobile apps from the Apple iOS Store or Google Play Store for use on their smartphones or tablets. Alakazam marketing. Dana Chanel used social media, including Instagram and Twitter, to advertise the services offered by Alakazam to consumers. In 2019, Dana Chanel acknowledged publicly on Twitter that she owned Alakazam. She stated that the company is willing to help and build your vision. We've already developed over 3,500 apps in Google Play and Apple. We've been doing this for years. This for 4 years. Dana Chanel and Alakazam offered online and in-person seminars where consumers could learn about mobile apps with multi-million-dollar app developer Dana Chanel. Dana Chanel and Nakia Rattray also used another company they operate, Sprinkle of Jesus Inc. That's the company I was waiting on them to mention. That's where, again, I say she's targeting Christian customers. She literally had a company named Sprinkle of Jesus. They use Sprinkle of Jesus to market Alakazam's mobile app development services to consumers and facilitate transactions with consumers. Dana Chanel and Nakia Rattray are the corporate officers and co-owners of Sprinkle of Jesus. Multiple consumers who purchased Alakazam services prior to August 2020 discovered charges from Sprinkle of Jesus Corporation on their credit card billing statements in the amounts of their periodic payments to Alakazam. Upon information and belief, Sprinkle of Jesus was collecting credit card payments from consumers for services provided under the trade name of Alakazam apps. Alakazam also marketed its services to consumers in conjunction with Sprinkle of Jesus. Alakazam offered presentations on mobile app development to attendees at select meetings and entrepreneur workshops run by Sprinkle of Jesus in various North American cities. Sprinkle of Jesus event attendees were often offered an exclusive discount coupon to purchase goods and services from Alakazam. Shan says she might as well sat in the vestibule of the church with that one. I'm telling you. Okay, let's see. At the in-person and online Alakazam presentations, Dana Chanel and or Nakia Rattray presented information to attendees about Alakazam's ability to create mobile apps and the features that Alakazam could include in those apps. The presenters emphasized the benefits to small business of using mobile apps to reach their customers. During Alakazam presentations, Dana Chanel and or Nakia Rattray told consumers that Alakazam's products and services were similar to those offered by custom mobile app developers whose services cost tens of thousands of dollars. They emphasized the excellent value of the products and services Alakazam offered versus their supposed competitors. Dana Chanel repeated the comparison of Alakazam to custom app developers in a media interview, claiming that Alakazam app helps small businesses go digital at an affordable rate. To create your own mobile app is $20,000 to $50,000 to $100,000. We can do that for a fraction of the cost. Okay, and then as it says see the Forbes article about how Dana Chanel is creating a space for more female entrepreneurs, and we are about to go to that Forbes article. So let me see here. Oh, this mouse is coming. Okay. Josie said if I could be a fly on that wall when she at the pearly gates explaining herself. Right. I just read it. I had it up, but I hadn't read it yet. That's hilarious, Josie. Okay. All right. So, how Dana Chanel is creating a space for more female entrepreneurs. As you can see, this was in Forbes, October 14th, 2019. I'm not going to read the whole article. I'm just going to I'll just read the first paragraph. Although social media tends to glamorize entrepreneurship, creating a successful business is no easy feat. 20% of small businesses fail within their first year, and 50% fail after 5 years. For women, those figures are even more staggering. Research suggests that compared to males, female business owners experience higher failure rates. Despite these abysmal statistics, Dana Chanel has figured out the secret sauce to success. At 25, Dana is a successful multi-millionaire entrepreneur and the creator of the #1 Black-owned online beauty supply store, Curl Bible, and the #1 online Christian ministry and mobile app, Sprinkle of Jesus. Dana sat down with Forbes to discuss her evolution as a business owner, how she's propelling other female-led businesses, and the critical mistake that many new entrepreneurs make. Wow. All right. I'm going to go back to the lawsuit. I'm telling you, they just be out there in plain sight, don't they? Just the arrogance of it all is crazy to me. Okay. Okay. Alakazam's consumer contract. Upon deciding to purchase a mobile app from Alakazam, consumers generally made their initial credit card payment to Alakazam via phone prior to receiving a written contract. After receiving payment, Alakazam instructed consumers who purchased their services to execute their form contracts online via DocuSign. Consumers understood that their initial payments to Alakazam were to cover app development costs and or 2 months of hosting fees, depending upon the terms of the deal they purchased. Concurrent with execution of the Alakazam contract, Alakazam instructed consumers to execute via DocuSign an authorization for credit card charges. Under the terms stated on the Alakazam credit card form, Alakazam represented to consumers that, quote, your deposit amount is for the creation of your mobile app. Your recurring payment is for your mobile application hosting fee. Despite the representations in the Alakazam credit card form, multiple consumers received invoices crediting the deposits they paid to Alakazam toward the cost of a business marketing manual rather than the creation of a mobile app or payment of hosting fees. It was just this random manual they said that the charge was for. Consumers who were invoiced for a business marketing manual were not seeking to purchase this manual and were not aware at the time of purchase that Alakazam would allocate their deposit payment toward this product. Alakazam failed to provide promised services to consumers. Under the terms, the company would begin charging consumers a set monthly hosting fee once the developers have completed the development of the mobile application and the mobile application is ready for submission to the Google Play and Apple iOS stores. Alakazam instructed customers to obtain their own individual developer accounts from Apple and Google in order to publish the completed app. Upon information and belief, Alakazam apps charged multiple consumers monthly hosting fees prior to the time at which their mobile apps were complete and ready for submission to Apple iOS and Google Play in violation of the terms of the Alakazam contract. Some consumers who paid monthly hosting fees to Alakazam never received a completed mobile app from the company or received a mobile app that lacked a minimum level of functionality necessary to give the product any value to the consumer. Hey, Miss Cheryl from Seattle. Upon information and belief, some consumers who paid monthly hosting fees to Alakazam received a mobile app that did not meet the specifications that Alakazam promised. Some consumers who paid monthly hosting fees to Alakazam received an app that was not accepted into the Apple iOS store and or the Google Play store due to technical problems that Alakazam failed to resolve. Some consumers who terminated their service with Alakazam were denied access to the mobile app content they themselves had customized and developed. Alakazam is no longer operational. However, the entity remains an actively registered Pennsylvania LLC. The Commonwealth has received multiple consumer complaints against Alakazam. The following is a sample of consumer allegations against Alakazam. Okay, I'm going to go down to where, okay, it says, when this consumer signed up, she understood that she would make an initial deposit of $310 towards future hosting fees, and then she would be charged $150 per month for hosting once the app was complete. She later received an invoice stating she paid $310 for a business development manual, but she had no idea what that was. She did receive a short manual in the mail, but she believes it had no useful information in it. Upon signing up for service, Alakazam told consumer D that her app would be ready in 6 weeks, but the app was not completed according to the schedule. When she finally received the app, it did not meet the specifications she had communicated to Alakazam and lacked the functionality she needed for her business, including the ability for consumers to make purchases on the app. Consumer D believed the app Alakazam created was not consistent with the values of her business. She further maintains that the content Alakazam put into the app was poor quality, for it was cut and paste. Tisha, is that you? Directly from a blog that is not affiliated with her business. Alakazam, this is Consumer E. Alakazam began charging Consumer E monthly hosting fees in May 2020, but she maintains that she did not receive a completed app from Alakazam at that time. When she did not receive her app by mid-May 2020, despite having paid all amounts due, she demanded a refund and indicated a chargeback request with her credit card company. In response to the chargeback request, Consumer E claims that Alakazam submitted evidence of work it purportedly performed on her app that was nothing more than printouts from her own independently designed website, resulting in the bank denying the chargeback request. After Consumer E submitted a chargeback request, Alakazam canceled her account and refused to issue her a refund. Consumer E states that she never received an app after paying a total of $1,030 to Alakazam. I'm going down to the good parts. Consumer F, I'll go down a little bit more. Let's see. Consumer F reports that she believes she would be able to customize her app before it was sent to the Apple App Store and Google Play Store, but she was not able to do so. When she was able to access the app, she found that it was not customized as she expected. Instead, Alakazam had put together only a basic template for the app, and she was forced to devote substantial time and effort to making it into a functional app for her business. After paying hosting fees for several months, Consumer F decided that she no longer wished to use Alakazam and canceled her contract. Alakazam then cut off her access to the app, leaving her without any way to recover the content she had personally put into it. Joyce, you caught me. You caught me, Joyce. Josie said, not them using my work to help them scam. Joyce, that's what really would have made me pop off. Journey to Jasmine said, that's what I would have pulled up, Jazz. That's me. I'm telling you, no, you didn't make me put in my own work. Then you cut off my access. Oh my gosh, we're going to have a problem. Consumer G believed that for the $2,000 fees, she would be working directly with a developer to make sure all steps necessary to bring her custom app to life were completed. She further believed that once the $2,000 fee was paid, the app would belong to her. Consumer G made installment payments toward the $2,000 fee, but never received an app from Alakazam. She contacted the company over 10 times via phone and 4 times via email, yet she never received a response or a refund of any money she paid. The Commonwealth believes and therefore avers that there are additional consumers who have not filed complaints with the Commonwealth and have also been harmed due to methods, acts, and practices of defendants, which include but are not limited to those alleged here. Count 1, violations of the Consumer Protection Law. Defendants misled consumers as to the nature and quality of the goods and services they sold and failed to provide goods and services for which consumers had paid. While credit exterminators charged consumers who chose the VIP plan extra fees, it did not include these VIP services in the credit exterminator contract the consumer signed. Rather, the contract states that consumers are paying monthly fees for back portal access, which is included with both the VIP plan and the lower cost DIY plan offered by the company. They did not perform certain credit repair services and misled consumers regarding whether the services were actually performed. They misrepresented to consumers that the company had initiated credit report disputes with Experian, Equifax, and TransUnion on their behalf. When these consumers later contacted the credit reporting agencies directly, they learned that the agencies had no record of any disputes being filed on their credit reports, directly refuting the information they were told by credit exterminators. They also misrepresented to consumers that the company had resolved delinquent accounts with creditors on their behalf. Consumers later learned that the delinquent accounts at issue remained due and owing to the creditors, refuting the information they were told by credit exterminators. They unreasonably failed to respond to repeated consumer requests for credit counseling and guidance that consumers reasonably believed were included in the fees they paid to the company. By failing to respond to these requests, credit exterminators unfairly deprived consumers of all or part of the services for which they paid fees to the company. Okay. So this is what the Commonwealth was asking for. They are asking for relief in declaring the conduct of the credit exterminator defendants as described herein above be in violation of the Consumer Protection Law. They demanded full restitution to all consumers who have suffered losses as a result of the acts and practices alleged in this count. Preliminarily and permanently enjoining the credit exterminator defendants and their agents, employees, and all other persons acting on their behalves, directly or indirectly, from violating the Consumer Protection Law and any amendments thereto. Permanently enjoining the credit exterminator defendants in any capacity from doing business in and or from the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania as a provider of credit repair, credit counseling, or credit education services. A civil penalty in the amount of $1,000 for each and every violation of the Consumer Protection Law, and a civil penalty of $3,000 for each and every violation of the Consumer Protection Law where the victim is 60 years of age or older. Also directing them to disgorge and forfeit all monies they have received as a result of their unfair and deceptive acts and practices as set forth in this complaint, and requiring the credit exterminator defendants to pay the Commonwealth investigative and litigation costs in this matter. And okay, so then the relief sought will be the same for each of the counts, so I won't reread those. But violation of the Consumer Protection Law. They also sold credit repair services to consumers in violation of Pennsylvania's Credit Services Act. This says they are collecting money from consumers for services promised but not yet provided without the surety bond and or trust account mandated by statute. They did not provide consumers with the information sheet required by the Credit Services Act prior to the consumer's execution of the credit exterminator contract. By failing to provide the information sheet required, they violated the Credit Services Act by failing to provide the information sheet required. And it requires them to have the following information in their contracts: a conspicuous statement giving the consumer notice that he or she may cancel the contract at a time prior to 12 midnight on the 5th day after the date of transaction, terms and conditions of payment, including total payment made by the consumer, a full and detailed description of the services to be performed, the credit services organization's principal business address and the name and address of its agents, and attached notice of cancellation in the form prescribed by statute. It says by including in the credit exterminator contract an express waiver of any and all claims the consumer may have against the credit exterminator defendants, they also violated the Credit Services Act. They're also, count 3, defendants misled consumers concerning the nature and value of the goods and services they provided. Hold on, y'all. Let me see. After Alakazam induced customers to purchase their services, the consumers learned that Alakazam only set up a basic app template instead of a fully customized product. The consumers were then forced to do their own customization of the mobile apps, despite reasonably believing they had hired Alakazam to do this work. Let's see. And then they misled consumers by charging the exact amount for the app, but they charged it to the business marketing manual that had little to no value to customers. They also, conducted as aforesaid, the Alakazam defendant's conduct as aforesaid is unconscionable, opportunistic, and exploitative, and thereby unfair as prohibited by the Consumer Protection Law. The Commonwealth alleges that all the practices described above were performed willfully by the Alakazam defendants. Defendants failed to deliver goods or services promised to consumers for which consumers contracted and paid. That was count 4. Multiple consumers who paid the Alakazam defendants for mobile app development services and hosting encountered an unreasonable lack of responsiveness when contacting Alakazam apps for support promised under the contract. Multiple consumers who paid the Alakazam defendants for mobile app development services and hosting were unable to obtain any of the content they paid for after termination of the services. In direct disregard of the terms of the Alakazam contract, the company unfairly charged multiple consumers monthly hosting fees 1 or more months prior to the time at which their mobile apps were complete and ready for submission to Apple iOS and Google Play. Count 5, defendants failed to register their fictitious name with the Pennsylvania Department of State. Despite portraying Alakazam apps to be a business entity since at least 2018, Dana Chanel and Nakia Rattray did not incorporate Alakazam Apps LLC until August 2020. Dana Chanel and Nakia Rattray confused consumers by using another business they co-own, Sprinkle of Jesus, to process credit card payments for Alakazam app services. They also misled consumers as to the status of Alakazam apps as a business entity. Okay. And then again, for relief, a couple of exhibits. This was the breakdown of the DIY credit repair plan versus the VIP plan. And it shows the cost. And we talked about the $100 fee versus the $300 fee. But the VIP people were not getting the VIP services, nor really was the DIY people. They also weren't getting getting their services. I wanted to show y'all this tweet because she must have got found out. But this is another one. She tweeted, "Build my mobile app," and she was promoting where she'd be. Here's the one. She tweeted, "For everyone asking," in all caps, "the Sprinkle of Jesus app was created by Alakazam Apps. Yes, I own the company. I'm the plug. We are willing to help and build your vision. We've already developed over 3,500 apps in Google Play and Apple. We've been doing this for 4 years." Okay, let me show y'all what I feel like she is up to now and why I'm like, I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, and here, there's one more thing, not on the lawsuit, but pre her getting charged or getting that lawsuit that someone had posted. I'm like, this is where people money going. Let me see. Okay, it says Dana Chanel buys mansion for Christian entrepreneur boot camps to teach family business. I don't buy it. I don't think that's why she bought that. I don't believe it. Okay, but yeah, I think that's where she was kind of at the height of some of her income. 2021 might have been a good year too until she got shut down, but 2020 seemed like it was a really good year. But let me refresh this real fast and see if my other stuff I saved is in here. Here we go. Okay, so August of 2020, she posts this, and I can't play it because it has that Victoria Monet song that I put that on my own mama, that song, so I can't. But she's talking about, or she says, your POV, you're back from a year-long content sabbatical. This was August of this year. This was 1 month before the settlement was published that she had to pay back. And it's like, oh, girl, what is your new plan? And then she has this. This is pinned in her current Instagram profile. And it says, "My son couldn't say mama at 2 years old. I searched for anything to help him and found a natural heavy metal detox." So I feel like she probably has a partnership or affiliate type stuff with this product. And I feel like she's easing back in. I feel like she's really easing back in to find another way because she can't do credit repair anymore. She got to get away from that app stuff. Curl Bible, she probably had to get away from that too. So now it's this heavy metal detox. And I'm going to play the video so you can see her. She's spraying this stuff in her kid's mouth, saying that it's removing toxins and all this lead and all this other stuff, because she's saying that she had her child tested for autism, but the doctor said he just had a heavy led content. And so that spray with the 3 pumps and all that is supposed to detox her kids. Josie, that's what I'm saying, Josie. I'm like, you can't trick me. You cannot trick me. So if you are a runner, if you are in the mommy sector, if you're a natural person, don't fall for the okie doke. That's why I got my banner up. Do not fall for the okie doke. You see this? And she's talking about, I wish it had a caption in here, but she was talking about she's been using it for months. And I'm like, uh-huh. And then I don't know if this is for her or against her. Oh, okay. Yep. 2 people. One says they're a licensed psychologist. The other one says, please consult your medical professional about this before using products on your children. There could be several reasons for speech delay. Each child is different. I have never heard about detoxing a child's system before. Please be careful. But yeah, let me show y'all her accounts. Let me show you. So if you run a marathon, she's probably kind of targeting you right now. If you're a new mommy, the lies, I'm telling you. If you're a new mommy or you're a runner, doing some natural stuff, I feel like, and then she still got some stuff like some, and it might be some stuff with some children's life insurance. I don't know. It's something weird. I'm just waiting for her angle because the settlement happened September 2023. So you got to wait them out sometimes, but they don't change their ways. But this is her page right now. Half marathon training, all that greatness, like she puts stuff about prayer sometimes in there. I ain't saying that you can't never pray anymore, but when you promoting it and you already got in trouble for the sprinkle of Jesus and all this other stuff, I don't trust it. That's all I'm saying. And here's Distractify that says about her settlement. Distractify is funny. They said Dana Chanel was out here robbing people blind, and then she got sued. It says Christian influencer Dana Chanel is at the center of a scandal after she was sued. She has to pay $84,000 in restitution for scamming customers. And it said, because the Ashley Grayson thing had come out, and they said before Ashley was hit with RICO charges, Ashley offered online courses and mentoring. She has social media in a chokehold up until customers came forward with complaints. And she isn't the only social media star who has been accused of scamming customers. Case in point, Dana Chanel. And then since we read the lawsuit, I won't reread what she was accused of, but for her husband, this is where the article said Prince Daniel, Dana's husband, has also been accused of scamming customers with his tax business. This is where Dana Chanel's husband, Prince Daniel, comes in. He and his mom started a credit repair business, Jumpin' Jack Taxes, but customers said they never got what they paid for. So people were skeptical of Dana long before now, and a lawsuit brought by the Pennsylvania Attorney General proved their suspicions to be true. In fact, it's been proven that sis was out here robbing people blind for years. Rumor has it her sister was in on it too. She settled her case. She also had to pay, according to the Attorney General, not only did she pay that $87,000, she also had to pay $31,000 in legal costs, $6,000 in civil penalties, with an additional $55,000 in civil penalties suspended as long as the defendants remain in compliance with the terms of the consent petition. So, yeah. So all I'm saying is keep your eyes and ears out. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Shan said, wow, people get creative with their scams. If they put this much work into legal businesses, they would be so successful. Right. Obviously, she has She has something. She has 1.1 million people following her. Why can't you just find something legit to do? Why is that so hard? I don't understand. But yeah, when they said that copy paste, I said, ooh, Tisha, girl, that's what I thought of as soon as it happened. But thank y'all for hanging in there with me on this one. This one, it's already been covered before, but I'm like, I don't like how her account's headed. James Jasmine said, I have a friend that does credit repair and a bunch of other hustles, and I try to tell her how to structure her business, but she knows everything. She got her degree. She know everything. So I just hope this doesn't happen to her. Ooh, girl, I hope she is staying on track. Don't ignore customers with complaints. Do not ignore them. Oh my gosh. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get out of here. That was a good tight hour, actually. That was not bad. Whew, Lord. So I might not see y'all tomorrow, like we already talked about, but for sure I'll see y'all Thursday. Thank you for hanging out with me and going through this one, because this one's, keep your ears and eyes open. Her name might come up again. I don't trust that that's the last time with her at all. I just don't. Bye, Josie. Yes, I gotta go replay. I just finished the other call with Dre. Now I gotta go catch up on phone calls from prison with this Dre. Thank you for hanging with me, Josie. I definitely appreciate it. Let me go catch up on these Dre calls. Bye, Jasmine. I appreciate it. Shout out to Shan. Thank you, Shan, for modding. And thank y'all for coming in here. I'll see y'all Thursday for sure. All right. Bye. Look, I skipped over my music. I gotta say bye again. Okay, bye.
I've been taking my time, I've been taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time. I've been taking my time, I've been taking my time. Taking all of your time, taking all of your time. I've been talking about it for a while. Before we take a chance to do it.